Believe all women. Me too. Oh, this is just systemic racism. Now, you know that sister wouldn't just make this up on them white folks for nothing. See, just like back in the slave days, they're just able to do whatever they can with our sisters. You know them white dudes only did it because, you know, all them white dudes on those lacrosse team all got money. It's privilege, white privilege. Yeah, Yeah, I'm about to tear. How are you guys all doing? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Model Renaissance Man. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. Make sure you're following me on all the platforms you see above and below. The spelling up there for Rumble under Model Renaissance. I know it's spelled wrong, but that's the right way. Make sure that you hit this like button right here. That way my content can consistently be recommended to you. And also, if and when you do subscribe to the channel, make sure that bell notification is turned on. It's all notifications. That way you should be notified when I post a video. So ladies and gentlemen, we have to talk about this because this is something that a lot of women get away with. Women get away with so much stuff, it's ridiculous. Get incentivized with stuff, completely incentivized. Here it is. Men just get the bad rap. And I hope that when Trump is in here, we are working on something new here in Illinois, me and a big group of folks, on how, especially among black folks, women are being incentivized for making bad decisions. You're a deadbeat father if you don't pay child support, but then the mother is getting her support from the government. So how does that not make her a deadbeat? She's not working. She's not putting out money for that. Now, this is not all of them, but let me just give you guys a little bit of something. We trying to undo what Lyndon B. Johnson did by making the government marry our women. That can be white women, black women as well. But my point is, the reason why I'm focusing on that because I'm talking about black women. Anyway. The reason why I'm saying that is because like what we just are getting ready to see right here with this woman who accused these guys of doing the art, sexually assaulting her, she completely dismantled and destroyed a lot of these young men's lives, all based off of a freaking lie. And so many of y'all, you know what? Let me stop for a second. Watch this.
The 2006 Duke Lacrosse rape case, you know that phrase, highlighted how unsupported accusations and blind acceptance by a politically motivated prosecutor and media pressure could create a nationwide firestorm. The three young men accused of the rape had their lives turned upside down. They were arrested, indicted, and punished in the court of public opinion. The case was actually later dismissed. And now, almost 20 years later, their accuser says she lied about the whole thing. Steve Harrigan is live in Atlanta with more details. Steve.
That's right. This admission certainly is a long time coming. It goes all the way back to 2006, 18 years ago, at a house in Durham, North Carolina, a party by the Duke Lacrosse team, and a stripper, Crystal Mangum, said she was raped by three Duke Lacrosse players. Now, yesterday, for the first time ever, she says that never happened. She made up the story.
I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't, and that was wrong. And I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me.
Mangum was speaking from prison where she's serving a 14-year sentence for murder. The case itself, 18 years ago, got national attention. The three white students from an elite university were prejudged as guilty by the national media, by their own university, and by the prosecution. The DA involved eventually got disbarred for withholding crucial DNA evidence. And the president of Duke, Richard Broadhead, suspended the three students and ended the lacrosse season. Eventually, after the dismissal, the three students settled a lawsuit with Duke and the president for an undisclosed amount. Back to you.
All righty. Thank you very much for that. This was something that was shocking at the time, obviously. It was this accusation, Harris, of this mass rape. And now part of her explanation was that she did it because she wanted to feel validated. And this goes back to the idea of victimhood, the romanticization of victimhood, that you mean something if you have been attacked or have had a hate crime committed against you. And that's why she did it. She was, in prison for the 2013 murder of her boyfriend, whom she stabbed. He died 10 days later. A sentence of 13, I think, to 18 years for that. Is this what do you think makes her come back 20 years to admit What we all felt we knew was that it was not true.
Well, why this moment? Like, I understand she's in prison for murder. And I understand that a lot of prisoners who are behind bars find faith and so on and so forth. But she's known all along that she ruined the lives of 3 human beings, young men at the beginnings of their dreams. How do you live with that every day if, in fact, you have a conscience that guides you to apologize to the world and you know it's going to end up beyond that podcast all over the place? I mean, I still think she's self-serving. I don't know what else to think about her. She hasn't convinced anybody. She could have told anyone, look, I made it up. I'm not strong enough to say it, but I don't want those young men to go to prison. She's 48 years old. That could have dawned on her a decade ago. That could have dawned on her 2 decades ago. But it didn't, so I'm left with not really believing her. I just know that she lies. She's telling me she lies. How do I know she's honest?
You can't reason with unreasonable, though. You have to remember, she actually tried to kill all of her children before she even killed her boyfriend. I mean, she lit the house on fire with her 3 children in it. So you can't reason with unreasonable. You can't try to get in the mind of someone who's not entirely there, whether it's mental health or not. But the fact that she's coming forth now, that's great. But she has caused so much harm to so many people.
You know, Ian, she wrote a self-published book where she refused to say that it was not true, that she wouldn't take back anything she said. And at the same time, we have a generation of these young men living their lives, people presuming that it never did happen. But this seems to be a message, and we're living it now when it comes to the issue of victimhood, what we reward in society, what people expect from each other. I mean, this is something, even though it's late, that people could talk about more about the nature of what has happened in our civil society.
Yeah, so blast from the past, Stephen Miller, incoming deputy chief of staff, when he was a student at Duke, he was out there advocating, saying, look, you need to look at the facts here. So he was ahead of the curve on that. What I think here is we need to change it from there's value in being a victim to there are consequences for trying to do this. When you murder someone, you take a life. When you falsely accuse someone of rape or sexual assault, you take away their reputation. You murder their reputation. There need to be criminal consequences going forward for this kind of behavior, because you are destroying lives when you falsely accuse somebody of rape and sexual assault.
You know, people are thinking about the issue of even perjury, but though that statute of limitation is gone at this point. And as a lawyer, it's interesting because Nai Fong was disbarred. The decisions made in this entire process were obscene.
She cost the lives and the careers of so many people in this, and I'm so glad that you brought up the fact that she should be held criminally liable. I don't think it's too late. There is no statute of limitations on that, considering the fact that she's just now coming out admitting that she lied. She destroyed not only the lives of these 3 men who had these bright futures. They were Duke University. Do you know how hard it is to get into that school? How hard they worked, how hard their parents worked in order to afford to pay and send them to that school.
You don't really recover.
You will never recover. Their lives are forever destroyed. I mean, their legacy finally is going to be cleared, but it's a little too late. And she should be held criminally liable.
And, you know, for the Democrats and the left in general, perhaps it's time to have people feel validated by supporting them to make them successful.
One other thing, remember, this is 2006, which is well before the Me Too movement, and this is such a step backwards for all the real victims that are out there, and somebody should make an issue of it.
All righty. Coming up.
Hey everybody, so I'm interrupting this real quick just to let you guys all know, those of you that have been asking how can you help and how can you donate towards the children to help children have Christmas, the ones that are involved under the mentorship of me, you can easily do it by donating to my PayPal or the Cash App right up there. And again, let me reiterate this, folks. I don't want you guys to feel any pressure. If you do, great. If you do not, great. I just want you guys to know that window is open right there for the ones who keep texting me, the ones who keep emailing me. That way everybody else can see it as well. It does not matter because I make sure that the kids get taken care of anyway. But some of my subscribers who have been consistently and have been loyal in donating there, I know you guys always ask me to remind you to do it. So here is your reminder. And everybody else, to the rest of you, no matter what you do, whether you do or don't, I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas. Yeah. So many of y'all supported this. So many of y'all out there with your little signs and everything. Believe all women, all the Me Too, all that racism. I can't believe they did this to a black woman. Oh, look, this is our problem. We have a problem in America. Look what she did. What are y'all saying right now? Well, somebody must have paid her off. Stupid. This woman sat there and we said it over and over again. It's because, listen, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. I can't go into detail because I know a lot of y'all have a short attention span on this subject right here, what I'm getting ready to say. If you had a real father in the house, you as a young woman or as a young man will not have to go and seek validation from anyone, because your father, who is the head, who is the leader, he will validate you. And I'm not just talking about if you just got a dad in the house, he's not involved in your life. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a real, I'm telling y'all right now, I would be able to tell you, based off of a lot of young men and women that you meet out in your whole entire life, those that seem to have confidence, seem to have natural leadership, seem to not get embarrassed, they seem to be assertive, they seem to just be, they know who they are and what they do. These people, I guarantee you, a lot of these folks had a great father in the home, or they had some type of mentor or something like that that validated them such to an extent that they don't have to go and seek it in anybody. She was seeking validation, she said, but not from God, her words. And guess what? The reason why I say it's so significant, because here's the thing. God, man, woman, Christ is the head of the man. The man is the head of the woman. So I know we're talking about that as far as women go in regards to a husband and wife, but what I'm saying this for is that this. The man is the head of that household. He validates everything that's under him. If you are validating your children as a father, you won't have to worry about stuff like this coming out. Anyway, but no. Back to all of you. With all your believing all women. Let me tell y'all something. Black folks, since y'all want to make this a race thing, was that racist what this sister just did? Huh? You accuse these white guys of doing this. Is that racist what she did? You purposely and deliberately accuse some white guys of doing something to you that they didn't do. She is in jail right now for second-degree murder on her boyfriend. He's not here to tell his story, although she's serving time. Whatever time those boys would have gotten, she should get. No mercy. Throw the book at her. No parole. Whatever those guys would have gotten for this so-called sexually assaulting her, she should get that stacked on to the amount of years she's doing on top of second-degree murder of her boyfriend. Now, for any of you, man, you just stupid. No. But when that woman who falsely accused Emmett Till of doing what he did, she came and confessed it in her 80s. We all were like, I don't care how old she is. I don't care how many grandkids or great-grandchildren she is. I don't care if she joined the church choir. She needs to go to prison for making up that lie and destroying Emmett Till's life. And not just his life, his mom life, his family life. We all agree she should go to jail because that was some straight racist stuff for her to do, to call out and lie on this young black man and got his life destroyed, taken away from him, and other people around him that's still being told to this day. But if a black woman do it to some white guys where they didn't die, their lives got destroyed. Their lives got destroyed. They were known, up until she did this, they were known as the white guys that sexually assaulted this poor, frail, old black girl who, and she made the whole thing up. So any of you that got videos out there, man, look what they, are y'all gonna come forward and apologize, or y'all got too much pride you can't do it? Most likely you can't. Some of y'all just gonna be sitting there waiting to make up an excuse, and instead of attacking and going after this lying woman, she's the perpetrator, she's the criminal. What a lot of you gonna do, because you're so goddamn gonna brainwash, what you're gonna do is try to say something to me. Here you go, talk about black folks again. Man, see, this is the problem. Negro! This woman destroyed some people's lives. She lied. She's the criminal. You should be saying it's a shame she did that. You should be agreeing with me that they should give her years upon years of doing this, because she destroyed lives. You sat there and said what that woman did to Emmett Till was racist, accusing the black boy, but this is a black woman who accused these white guys. But y'all not gonna have no smoke for that, because you too goddamn gone woke and brainwashed to where black people can do no wrong. Black people can't be racist. Stupid. If black people can't be racist, then what that woman did to Emmett Till was not racist. Yeah, come at me, try it. I don't care. I'll flame you right back. I hit back. I'm not one of those people that you can just say stuff to or do stuff to and expect me just to take it. Oh, no, I'm just going to turn the other cheek. No, I'm going to turn my other cheek while I'm swinging around with a haymaker coming at your face, metaphorically speaking. Guys, let me know what y'all think of this by putting it in the comment section below after this video. Don't forget to do what you guys see in that cloud. And if you would like to see the next video that I will be doing in chronological order, it's going to be up here. Things that I do as a variety on the channel right here. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.